So, we are back to the first 4-star that came out this summer, besides Hugh and Joe Berserker. Kriemhild. When I first saw this character, I saw Domin, but only focusing on Chaotic. Now, Domin gives a lot of potent buffs, but only if you are Chaotic Evil. A lot of the other stuff is just like general stuff that anyone could use, but specifically Chaotic for Domin, it's only 20 attack and 50 crit. Kriemhild does a little more than that. So it does like she does more than just Domin's part. She also adds a little bit into it. So it's really up to you and your party comp whether or not you're gonna go for Kriemhild. Because if you wanted to get full Domin buffs, you would have had to bring someone like Jacques de Malay or Moriarty to turn them evil to get the full chaotic and evil buffs. But at that point, you're bringing another 5-star anyway. You might as well just like bring another buffer that isn't reliant on another character. My perspective, though, it really does depend if you can like get Domin in and out. Like if it's full esports and you can actually get Jacques and or Moriarty out like really really quickly, it's possible. But like we're talking Whale Wars esports at that point. All right, let's just talk about this character. Also, this Ascension is hilarious because it's her like it's funny, and Siegfried like wears a fucking shark hat too. Like, this is a cute couple. One's clueless, the other one can't express herself. Oof. It's like Shiro Emiya and Rin's dynamic, but worse because at least Shiro realizes he did something wrong. Sumanai, he's gonna keep he's gonna keep acting like he's in trouble. Emiya at least fights back. Anyway, base tech 9.16k. Yeah, on the lower side for 4 stars, but still not terrible. HP 11.4k. This is yeah. I like looking at the level 100 stats because it gives a better perspective. Like this is normal for a 5-star. This is still low for a 5-star. So yeah, like I would say like just as a hint, like look at 4 stars level 100 stats, and you'll get a good idea of like where they actually stand. Like not saying to Grail to 100, I'm saying just look at the 100 stats for 4 stars. Star weight 200. Rider numbers star gen again. This is rider numbers. MP charge is at 0.48% with 4 hit arts cards. I had thought this character was AoE. She's not. I found out the hard way. So I like on an AoE, these numbers make sense. I don't know about the MP though. Like again, this number 0.48. This is what Zenobia has, and she also has 4 hit arts cards. So this matches up, but I'm just again not entirely sure about MP refund. But in general, really good quick card, especially for a rider. Don't expect this to gen a ton of stars, but it will gen some stars because it is a 5-hit. Don't care about hit counts for Buster because that's just star gen, and 5-hit extra attack. Good upstairs, not the best, but decent. Yeah, they did so good with this character. Holy shit! All right, first skill. Yeah, I'm kind of not okay with this. 20% for each of them. I'm really partial on this. Like self buffs for card buffs is usually 30. This 20 is for AoE buffs. So this being on her, like I get the MP gain. I'm pretty sure it's only here because of the MP gain. If that's the reason they want to justify it, sure, but 20 is not normal for self-sustain. But on the other side, her other skills have very very potent buffs. Way more potent than this, and She herself is chaotic, so she's getting her other skill buffs. So it's not like this is the only buff she's gonna get. It's not like they made her lawful summer and then they made her buff chaotic. No, no, no. Second skill, 20% attack, 50% crit damage for chaotic alignment allies, 15 stars per turn, and a 15-star bomb. Charisma of Shark. Yeah, no, this is a super solid skill. Back in year 6 and I believe 5, we saw a lot of characters like this. Murasaki, I believe Summer Canis too had this. Like multiple servants had a skill like this, and it's just useful. Getting 15 stars per turn, that's not nothing. That could be leading to at least 2 card screening, just depending on start weight distribution. And this is a rider, so as long as there are other characters' cards in there, not just her own, because if it's only Kriemhild's cards, none of them are gonna get the stars. But it's like if it's 1 or 2, more likely than not, she's going to soak up most of the stars that come from this. But yeah, 20% attack, 50% crit damage. Literally just what Domin gives for chaotic. Although this is for like full party wide, while Domin only can buff up chaotic and evil. So in that regard, like she is slightly better than Domin for like Multicore, because Domin, like, you have to have both of them be chaotic evil, otherwise you get nothing. Kriemhild, you at least get something, but you should at least be chaotic. Third skill, full enemy buff strip, 30 battery and MP damage for chaotic alignment allies. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like these 2 skills kind of make up for this skill being weak. Like, this has a lot going on with it. Like, I didn't even mention the invo, but, like, the invo is what makes this a 6 turn. And I think they just said, like, if we're going to do all this card buff stuff, we might as well make the numbers lower. So her other face cards at least get the benefit of this. But yeah, no, this is super strong. AoE buff strip can't be undersold. It is one of the most useful things in the game. They literally had to make buffs unremovable because of how strong this was to have on just random characters. Like Jack, for instance, like she nukes the email servants, her removing all their defensive buffs and their offensive buffs. They can't hit her back, but she can hit them really, really fucking hard. Yeah, stuff like that just makes buff removal just it's you having this skill means that you could be using esports. Simple as that. Now it would be better if lower rarity servants were used, but this buff strip is guaranteed. There's no leveling for it, so it's very desirable. If you see stuff like skill seal and you have to level it up, try to look for people that have it that don't have it part of the skill leveling, and it should base be 100%. So something to note, because a lot of these servants that came up with this summer, a lot of them have buff removal resistance. I just want to go over that real quick. When you see buffs like this, you have to assume it's 100% chance, because there is buff success demerits that you can get. That is a thing. And that's basically how buff removal resist works too. If you don't have it, it's pretty much guaranteed to happen. But if you have even 50%, that's when you're fighting it like magic resist. So, not to like fully double back on it, but this is really good for the players to have. And obviously, as a boss fight, this is a nightmare to deal with, especially if they pop it in like right before you do break bar, like right after you break the break bar, and their break bar wasn't debuff strip. This is gonna take everything off unless you have buff removal resistance. Yeah. So I hope you bring Summer Tiamat, because she has that party wide. Or you bring down. So like they've got like so yeah, they've made this more abundant, but they also made the counter more abundant too. Because like just like insta kill, this is frustrating to fight against. It's not that bad when you're doing it because they don't have time to buff up. All right, moving on to passives. 17.5% debuff res and 12% quick. Only has one quick card, but this one quick card is going to do really, really well. If you can do it, use it in a mighty chain, do it. Because this is getting 12% quick and the MP gain and also attack and crit damage. And you're probably going to crit on it too. Like, it's not going to be super amazing. You shouldn't go out of your way to do it, but if you do it, you're going to notice it. Pen skills. Multicore, you're going to want this. If you're doing Tommo, you probably want this. This is because of Siegfried. And only if you plan on using her as a main DPS do you use this. Why did I think her MP was arts? Wait, seriously, I thought her MP was arts. Is Buster? Can I even MP with her? Holy shit, I was not paying attention. Alright. So, there's a whole lot of shit on this MP. You know what I thought when I first saw this? Shuten Doji. That was my immediate thought when I saw this MP, Shuten Doji. But this kind of does a lot more than Shuten. Let's just go through this whole list. I don't know if I can do this all in one breath. I'm gonna try and do this in one breath. 10% debuff res down, 10% attack down, 10% defense down, 10% quick res down, 10% arts down, 10% buster down, 10% quick crit down, 10% crit attack chance down, 200 dot, 200 dot, 200 dot, 5 stars, and super effective against lawful alignment. What the fuck? How many effects is this? Is this like 10? There's 11. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 effects on this fucking MP. Now, this is a really, really good thing. This is not arts. Because there's no way they would have, like, let people gotten away with an arts looping MP like this. Yes, there's no ramp up for this. But at a certain point, 30% defense down, like, consistently is a lot. Unfortunately, there's no defense in her kit to, like, really, really take advantage of her doing this much attack down. And it's not even that much. But, yeah, the way I see this MP is an opening for Multicore. You guarantee put the defense down on, or not guarantee, but you put defense down on and a card buff of any type. It's just like something to, what is it? It's like a bunker buster. You do the first one to weaken it, and then the second one like kills everything inside. Yeah, no. Yeah, I would say that's the best. Also, Kriemhild kind of has the personality of a bunker buster. Like she go like her like she's really good in a duo with her husband. I'm not talking about gameplay. I'm talking like as a character, she plays off Sumanai so well. And in that sense, it's like a bunker buster. Huh. Honestly, if there was I would laugh my ass off if the Chaldea dev diary like actually used something like that to describe her kit. That I would have a good day. All right, Bonsi, Buster Up, and MP damage of chaotic alignment. So TLDR, she is Domin, but not nearly as specific. She buffs people that are not in her niche, but it'd be better if people were in her niche. Last thing, mats to level. These are not bad. This is a Storm Pod mat, and this is a Storm Pod mat, so I have way too many of these now. Like, I have like 500 or 600 on my main account. I actually don't even think I there's enough characters in the game for me to spend these on. So once Charlie's done, I'm gonna have to go look for another node to farm, probably. So skills are fine. Pens, you just have to worry about this, and I believe this is OC4? OC4. Yeah, so I'm only a little upset, only this upset that I didn't get Kriemhild on main, but I got her on ult, so if I need her, I have access to her. All right, peace, guys. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed, drop a like or sub. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace.